Comfort is the cousin of complacency. Say that one more time. Comfort is the cousin of complacency. In the barbering industry, we are known as artists. We create art every day. We use clippers and shears and combs and products to create physical art for human beings to display daily. That is our job. And when you decide to no longer grow and you're like, oh, I'm comfortable now, you get complacent, you get lazy, you lack effort. I will say, and I know this isn't the phrase, but I will say comfort is the cousin of death. When you get to a point where you're so comfortable and you're not making any efforts to do anything and your brain is just on autopilot, you don't think about what you're doing and things of that nature. When you get to that point, you're going to make a decline. Sometimes it'll be gradual, but at some point you'll look up and you'll say, man, what has happened? You've gotten complacent, you've gotten lazy, and you're killing your business. You're killing your business behind a chair, right? Barbering is a quick and fast. Here recently, barbering has moved just as fast as trends within the fashion industry. They're moving so fast. It's like someone took the barber industry out of the oven and they threw it in the air fryer on 400 and it's just cooking. And if you're not willing to keep up, you're going to get left. You're going to get left behind. And I just don't want that for you guys. So challenge yourself. You know, I was listening to a podcast yesterday, maybe earlier today. I think I listened to it twice. I don't know. But I was listening to a podcast and they were talking about a certain sports movie. I couldn't pick up on what the movie was called by what they were saying, but you guys might if you know what the movie is by this kind of description that I'm about to give. Put it in the comments. I kind of like to watch it. So there is, it's a football sports movie, and the coach is talking to the player, and he's saying, "Is that all you got?" And he's saying, you know, I want you to give me all you got. And he started on one side of the field, and I think he goes about 10 yards. And he's like, is that all you got? Kid gets up, keeps going. Now he's at 30 yards. Is that all you got? Kid gets up, keeps going. 40 yards. Is that all you got? 60 yards. Is that all you got? Until he actually is in the other end zone. He's at the back of the other end zone. And what they were talking about and why this connects as far as not being complacent and pushing through and making those journeys, or you know, and pushing and learning and growing. While what he was talking about and he was saying is that the host of the podcast was saying he likes to push his boundaries. And the reason that he likes to push his boundaries is because what was hard, once he accomplishes it, then it's now easier. And so the way that he talked about it was it took him, uh, I think he said 6 years to build an 8-figure business. The next business he built to 8 figures took him 2 years. Then the next business he built, it took 6 months. And so that's where I'm saying with the complacency piece, like you don't want to push your limits, test yourself, keep going. Once you get to a certain space, then it becomes easier, right? Yeah, the journey is hard getting there, but that hard journey then becomes easy once you've made it to that point. And then you can go on to the next journey, right? You can go on to the next thing. You learning how to fade is difficult, right? For a lot of people, it was difficult, especially getting that ball line out. That ball line for a lot of people was very, very difficult. Well, learning how to get that ball line out is important. But once you learn how to get it out, should never be an issue again. You know, once you've gotten the ball line out in all different types of hair textures, you're not gonna have you shouldn't have that issue should become easier, right? Now the issue is easy. Okay, now I know how to get the ball out. All right, cool. Now I know how to get that one out and still keep it dark. Cool. I get it. So like guys, like don't be complacent. Don't stop seeking comfort. Seek growth. And just like you have to understand, just like when you were from a baby and until you are growing pains hurt, right? They do. But the result is growth. The result is you're taller. And if you're lifting weights, the result is your muscles hurt, but your physique changes. If you're running, 1 mile was hard and now 10 miles is hard. And then 10 miles is hard and now 20 miles is hard. And then 20 miles, and before you know it, you're running a marathon, once a month, twice a month. You're doing those things. Like, it's 1 foot in front of the other. 1 foot in front of the other. That's all it is. Don't overthink it. Don't overcomplicate it. That's what it is. 1 foot in front of the other. Oh, but I can't do this. No, you're telling yourself you can't do this, and your brain is not allowing you to push past it because you keep saying I can't. I can't, I won't. You're putting the limiters on yourself. I have a motto. If somebody else can do it, so can I. If somebody else has done it, especially if I know kind of their backstory and they've come from a similar or worse situation than what I've come from, if they could do it, so can I. So guess what? We'll just do it. We'll just make it happen. Just make it happen. Right? And that complacency thing is big. But I want you guys to understand, and complacency is not just in like, I'm comfortable in cutting hair. Okay, you're comfortable in cutting hair. All right, so what are we going to do next? Oh, well, I don't have the money to open up a shop, but I want to open up a shop. So don't be complacent. Save your money. Don't be comfortable. Oh, I'll do it one day. One day, you know, in my opinion, and this is just me, I'm just going to say this. I think you need at least between 3 to 5 years in the shop, starting out. From there, go ahead and do your own thing. 3 to 5 years. That's just me. Oh, well, I don't really know if I don't. I want to be my own boss. Do you really? Do you really? Or, oh man, well, I don't want to be like my shop owner. He's never there. I don't know about anybody else, but I'm going to make this real clear. Right? The shop owner has brought you guys in. He got multiple people. They got multiple people in their shop. Don't be upset at the shop owner for taking a vacation. He took chances that you wouldn't take. He built something that he gave you a place to work. Why are you upset with the shop owner because he's taking a vacation and you can't? Maybe you should study and ask questions of how the shop owner got to where they're at to be able to do the things that they can do, instead of having resentment towards them because you still got to work. At the end of the day, this is the shops are businesses. Oh, yeah. We all got into most of us got into this to fire our bosses, which we hired 200 other ones, but that's a whole nother story. To have control of our own time and to spend more time with our families. Now you upset because you in year one and the shop owner took a vacation and you couldn't take one? Are you there yet? That's the question. Are you there yet? No. Well, get there. Figure it out. Make the journey. From there, you'll be all right. Either way, don't get complacent. Don't fall behind, in this ideal of, I've done enough. No. For a lot of people that say I've done enough haven't even met their goals. I've done enough. I got my barber's license. Say this again. Barber's license is just the beginning, not the end. Just what it's the beginning, not the end. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Guys, I appreciate you tuning in to episode 94 of the Band of Barbers podcast. I'm your host, Devon Evans. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Guys, I'm not promoting anything here. I'm not advertising anything here. I'm just asking, the only thing I ask of you is to share this with your community. Share this with your community so that we can keep providing this content for you guys, and so we can grow and make much more and better content for you. Guys, I really appreciate it. Thank you again for tuning in. Have a wonderful night.